Hey Jimmy, how you doing, buddy? Hi, my name's Corey Castillo. I'm a local Pasadena City resident, and today I'd like to talk to you about the health and fitness levels of our children in our city as well as our nation. Health and fitness is something that's not very much practiced amongst people today, especially children, which is why the obesity levels are at an all-time high. Today I'd like to discuss some of the reasons why we need to help our children increase their activity levels through exercise in order to decrease obesity, and some of the benefits that we'll receive from that. Hey Susie, how's it hanging? Great. The first benefit I'd like to talk to you about is a decrease in body fat. Basically, the more we exercise, the less body fat we'll have. And the way this works is that through exercise, you're placing a demand on your body to use energy. And one of the main sources of energy, aside from the food that we eat, is our body fat. It's basically stored energy on top of our muscles that needs to be used. And through exercise, cardiovascular exercise, as well as resistance training, things such as weights, we're placing a demand for our body to use that stored energy. And the more demand that we place on it through exercise, the more stored energy will be used. So body fat levels will decrease, body percentage will decrease as we gain a little more muscle and a little bit of a stronger heart. Another benefit to having decreased body fat is mobility. A lot of times we're not able to do a lot of the things that we want to do, especially as children, because we have body fat in the way. So quality of life, because of a decreased body fat, will be better. They'll be able to do a lot more things, a lot more challenges that they wanted to do that they wouldn't be able to do. Even things such as climbing a flight of stairs, maybe hanging out with their friends, doing things that they want to do, going on a hike with their buddies is going to be a lot easier for them, which will help them have a lot more fun. Hey Bubba, thumbs up. The second point I'd like to talk to you about is an increase in aerobic capacity that children will gain through exercise. Basically, what an increase in aerobic capacity means is more endurance. Aerobic capacity pertains to your heart. The more aerobic capacity you have, the more endurance you'll have. And this comes through exercise at different intervals. High intensity, low intensity, short term, long term, what have you. The more exercise children get, and at different intervals, the more their hearts strengthen, and the more endurance they'll have. This is definitely going to help with the quality of life for our children. They'll be able to do a lot more and have a lot more fun doing it with their capabilities. A lot of the times, there's some bullying that takes place, as we know, with children, because some of them just don't have the endurance to keep up with the others. We want to help bring this down and increase their aerobic capacity so that their quality of life will be better. The more exercise that they do, the more endurance they'll have. Plain and simple. Hey Billy, how's it going? Me too. The last advantage I'd like to talk to you about is a decrease in heart disease, or risk of heart disease. Heart disease is the #1 killer among Americans today, adults and children. Basically, this can be easily prevented with exercise and proper nutrition. Our bodies are going to reflect what we impose on them, good and bad. A sedentary lifestyle with poor eating habits is not going to reflect well on our bodies, and it's not going to make us pretty healthy. And for that reason, when we're in an unhealthy state, we're prone to a lot of disease, especially heart failure and heart disease. So for that being said, preventative medicine is something that we really need to practice. Preventative medicine is basically exercise and eating right. Lowering your risk for heart disease, very important, especially for our children. We need to ensure that preventative measures are taken every day and we have fun doing it as well. The less risk we have for heart disease, and pretty much many other diseases, our bodies can stay strong and concentrate on what we need to do and fight off other things that may be of potential harm to our bodies. We really need to help our children do this and really improve their quality of life. Not to mention, we're not going to have many of the problems associated with a lower quality of life and a higher risk of heart disease. We're not going to be going to the hospital very much or spending a lot of our hard-earned money on this potential medicine for a risk of heart disease. So this last and main point is that heart disease will be down. Thank you. Alright, so let's quick review. The first advantage to exercise is going to be a decrease in body fat, and we know why that's important. The second one's going to be an increase in endurance, or aerobic capacity as we referred to it earlier. And the third one's going to be a decrease in the risk of heart disease, and that's extremely important. All of them following under the quality of life and just living a better and healthier and more fun life for children. So I encourage you, a fellow local Pasadena City resident and a fellow American, to join me tonight at the City Conference Center, in which we're going to discuss how we can take an act. We're going to talk about different programs that we already have set for our children and helping them to become very, very active in fitness and exercise. So I'll see you there tonight at 7 o'clock. Have a great night.